So, back on the 1985 Sylvan boat project. I'm going to dedicate some of this video to the electronics portion of the boat. I was just able to install and installed a Pro Mariner Pro Sport 20 Plus. It's a 3-bank charger, 24 volt, 3-bank charger. So I've got my trolling motor, which the mount is up here, and it's actually a Minn Kota Tarova. It's actually in a pile back there. It's amazing how I treat that thing, considering how much I spent on it. But it is a 80 Terranova with the iPilot feature and the auto contour, or the follow the contour. I actually have a Honeywell, and I'm not sure what it is. I should pull that out and tell you what it is, but I have that mounted right here next to my seat. But anyways, this is more on the charging. I did put 3 batteries up front here. I've got 2 batteries for the 24 volt system, and that's run in series. Little tricky, so just get your, read your wiring diagrams on the trolling motor, and they'll set you straight. And then I also have my charging, or my starting motor battery all the way up front, and for that one I've actually got an Optima. Now, one of the things you have to be careful of is that when you get these chargers, they tell you not to mix batteries. However, these 3 are all AMG or AGM glass mat, and they should be okay. It does have a setting for this because the Optima, since it considers it a high performance, these batteries would take a lot more shock. These are not supposed to, these are really good batteries. I've had them for a couple of years, but they're not supposed to be so good on shock. But this boat's so wallowy on the front now, I don't really have to worry about this bow bouncing anymore. As a matter of fact, like I mentioned in the last thread, I really have a little too much weight. But this is a nice little charger. You can pick them up for a couple $100, and it's really got some good features on it. So I got the Gen 3, which is just a lot lighter, and I'm sure it has some other features, but it also has a few settings. But if you can, you really want to have all your batteries either liquid lead cell, or the glass mat, or gel if you're going to go to that, which I don't have. So again, that with the trolling motor puts a lot of weight on the front. So I've got, this was kind of a storage, kind of a portable cooler sort of thing, but you're going to need something like this just to put all your boat accessories. And then just another thing about the electrical, since I did run the charging battery up front, I don't think you can see it here, and I don't really have it listed in the back, but under the floor on the main channel I ran a 2-inch plastic pipe, so I can get to it relatively easy from both the back end and the front end. So in case I do need to make some changes, but I actually did run 4-gauge wire from the front of the boat to the back, and then all my main wiring through there. I ran my speaker wires, and I actually ran a few extras just in case. No sense in having to mess with it, even though I do have room to run a tape through there and pull some more wire through. I'd really tried to figure out all the electronics I would need, and wiring I'd need up front, like the speaker wires, even though I don't know if I'm going to get a stereo just yet, but figured I might as well run them. What's really next is I got, just to give you a quick update, I got my gas lines all hooked up. My gas tank is all ready to go. I've got my gauge there. I went ahead and got a lot of got the lighting on all the electrical back, so I'm really pretty much back to a functional boat. Plus then some. I've got this trim right here, outside trim. I got the inside trim and underneath. Obviously, when you modify these and you end up putting carpet where there was no carpet, your trim holes don't line up, so you're planning on a lot of drilling and planning on a lot of pop rivets. So anyways, I'm down to the wire here. I'm getting kind of close. Really, I've got to make a decision. As you can see here with this little shelf, the carpeting was glued to the boat itself, under the little, or behind that little shelf, but then this was obviously boxed out. And then since this was a side console fish boat or ski boat, they actually had a console and the driver's seat here and the passenger seat there, and that was boxed in, and then they went right to the and glued the carpeting right to the hull. I really don't like that look. I have some ideas. I could put a lot of time and put a lot of little cubbies in here and places to store things and boxes, but it's a lot of work. I've got to sometimes just take a break and decide, how much I really want to put into a particular project. Or sub-project, I should say. I really don't know what I'm going to do here yet. I do know I'm going to probably use 3/8 wood. I've got some more of the epoxy that I used on the flooring and the transom. So I think what I'll do is just take a few days, take a break, figure out how I at least want to get the whole thing paneled out, so to speak, and I'm going to use actually black carpeting on the side panels, and I'm going to use this same gray that I've used. That's what I've got for the flooring, and kind of make a decision what I want to do in regards to the panels. I mean, I'd like to make a little insert for a fire extinguisher. I need to box this electrical in. This looks a little bit like a mess, but it's not really too bad. It was all hooked up before and all wrapped up, but I decided I needed to take it apart to get the carpeting and all the inside trim back on. So that's kind of where I'm at, kind of making a decision on how much work I want to spend and all the little cubbies I want to put in there. Do I want to put in drawers or doors that are open? And but you do really want as much storage spaces as you can on a boat. I've so far really been able to keep it clean and keep the whole floor open, along with my seat and the tiller motor. So I want to kind of keep spent enough time and enough money at this point. I might as well just do it right. I just haven't figured out all the little cubbies or sections I want to cut out and how much I just want to keep paneled over. And then last but not least, I really haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the front here, and if I'm going to box that in too, or if I'm just going to get lazy and carpet the carpet right on the hull. So I'll give it a few days and make a decision then, but other than that, I'll check out for now, get this posted, and see you next time.